I'm here with volleyball seniors Lexi Asimos and Kaylee Bunny. And ladies, first off, congratulations on making the MIAC tournament. I know Lexi, as one of the two seniors, you guys, as a goal for the season, one of them was to get to the conference tournament, and you've done that with a match to go. It's got to feel pretty good.
It's awesome. I'm so proud of everyone's work, and it really shows how much time we've put into it and where we're at today. So,
Kaylee, as you look at this last match coming up against St. Thomas, how do you two, as the leaders of this team, make sure that everybody stays focused on playing St. Thomas on Saturday and not looking ahead to next Tuesday at Concordia?
Well, we've already had a couple meetings with the team talking specifically about St. Thomas and the importance of that game before we move on to playoffs. So we're just trying to focus on that game and get past that, and then we can worry about our playoff game.
And Lexi, talk a little bit about the season in general. It's been a lot of ups and very few downs for you guys, and it's been a really solid season. You've got 23 wins already, one of the best overall performances of a St. Mary's volleyball team in program history. It's got to feel kind of nice to be a part of that.
It is, and just the camaraderie we have on our team this year. We're all on the same page. We're all wanting that common goal is to do well and win. And the games where we're all there, it's awesome. And I know I've told Bunny this. I get the chills every time, and so I'm just glad that we've had so many opportunities to show people what we can do.
And Kaylee, Mike and I talk a lot all season long about the balance and the depth of this team. There's so many people that match in and match out. It's somebody else that's kind of stepping up and kind of taking that lead role in terms of stats or whatever it may be. It's got to be nice as a player to know that there's people on the bench, coming off the bench, that if somebody's not playing as well as they need to, that somebody can step in and do the job.
Yeah, it is. That's one of the greatest parts of our team this year is the depth that we have, because in previous years we've had good players, but it's been hard because there's not a lot of other people that could go in and do the job just as well or better. So we have so many choices at each position for people to go in that it's really nice knowing that somebody will get the job done.
And I could ask this question to Lexi, but she wouldn't answer it, so I'm going to ask it to you. Having a setter like Lexi, she's got 1,000 assists for the season for the second time in her career, 3,000 assists for her career. Talk a little bit about what she means to this team and her performance this year.
I mean, not only obviously Lexi's athletically, one of the best setters in our conference, but she's a team leader, and that's the biggest thing for Lexi. She talks to everyone and keeps everyone together and focused on the common goal. And I think that, obviously what she does on the court shows how we should all act on the court and off the court. So she's just a good role model for our team.
And Lexi, don't think Kaylee's going to get off. Talk a little bit about Kaylee's role and what she means to this team.
Kaylee is so effective for our offense and even defense at times. She works her tail off, making sure that she at least gets touches on that block and is always driving in, pulling in other blockers. And she's a really key, effective player, especially when we're dealing with a tough offense. And she also is probably a really top offensive, defensive player.
And now let's talk about Saturday, because for you two it's going to be an extra special day. Obviously playing the defending national champs, kind of a great challenge in itself. But for you two, it's your last collegiate home match. Kaylee, talk a little bit about how you're going to keep those emotions in check on Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be hard just with so many things going on. But I think we just need to stay focused. And we've talked a lot about, just working on that day and staying focused on that day. So we're just going to try really hard to just be focused on the game.
And Lexi, if you could just think back and, what does senior day mean to you? Obviously you guys have put in a boatload of time in your 4 years to get where you're at. It's got to be a pretty special day.
It is. I look back, I cried every senior year or senior day, and it's just an accomplishment that we've made it this far and we've done what we can, and it's kind of passing the torch on to the other players, but kind of recognizing everything that we've done for our 4 years here.
And then lastly, let's just talk real quick about Tuesday, because we are going to jump ahead here. You open up conference tournament play against Concordia, up at Concordia. Every time I talk to Coach Lester about playing at Concordia, it's that trip up there that, it's tough. It's a long trip. And how are you guys going to approach Tuesday's match? Is it going to be approached it any different than you do any other match?
I think, like Kaylee said, we've had quite a few meetings, and I think we're going to meet again as a team and kind of just talk about the mental preparedness we need to have and the extra focusness. And luckily, I think we're driving up the night before, and allowing us to just focus solely on the match.
And Kaylee, last thoughts on Tuesday?
Yeah, I just don't think we need to make any big changes. We just need to, do what we've been doing and work hard and play hard, and we'll have a good outcome.
Senior day and regular season finale is on Saturday against St. Thomas here at the St. Mary's Gym. Then you open conference tournament play on Tuesday at Moorhead. Good luck.
Thank you.